Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Here we are, Diana, Shakur and myself, broadcasting from the Shiatsu Centre in Norwich. Look, I'm broadcasting from my room. It's essential work, so I've come in. I didn't see anyone all the way in, so I've done that. So if you just want to say hi to everyone in the chat, we've got the whole team, I think, is on this call, on this broadcast. And yeah, we're going to run these support meetings every single Wednesday now through the whole crisis. So we'll be able to support you as you go through until we get out the other side and you come in for your lovely shiatsu in the Shiatsu Centre. Okay, so we're just going to spend an hour with you now, and we're going to do 5 things. We're going to find out how you're doing, so that's very important to us. We want to find out how stressed you're feeling. We're going to we're going to look at the immune system in TCM and Shiatsu, how you can balance your burners. This is about how the Shiatsu system works in terms of how we understand the immune system, how we can boost the immune system. And we're going to show you, we're going to explain to you 2 different types of treatments that we're giving at the Shiatsu Centre now. We've actually been delivering these 2 different methods of treatment successfully if you do one-to-one help. Okay, so now the next, and then finally we're going to explain to you what we're doing about donations and how we're running the whole money side of things. Okay, so let's find out how stressed you are straight away. Let's find out how you are. So we just want to find out how you're coping. I'm going to share a poll which will come up. If you just take a look at it and then just click on it and let us know whether you're coping well, you're okay, feel neutral, or you feel stressed or very stressed. And then we'll get some idea, and then week by week we'll hopefully get those totals down, and we'll be able to find out, you know, if we're generally getting everything kind of cooler for you and more relaxed using different techniques. Okay, so if you just want to vote in, and we'll see. Well, look at that, not too bad. Look, I think it's all the shiatsu you've had in the past, you see. It's really prepared you well for this. Because we've actually got the biggest group of you, 38% are coping well. So look at that, that's great, isn't it? 60% of you are okay or coping well. And we've only got 23% feeling stressed. So that's still enough people to be concerned about. So we're going to do something about that in the next hour. And one of you, 3%, is very stressed. So we're going to help you out with that. Okay. So let's move on. We've done that. Okay, so what we're going to do first of all is we're going to talk a little bit about how the immune system works in terms of Chinese medicine understanding and how that can give us practical ideas. And then we're going to do some practical exercises, tuning in and finding out how stressed we are. Okay, and you'll need a piece of paper for this, so because we're going to do some drawing and writing. So if you want to run and get a piece of paper. Have you got a piece of paper, Shakura?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Great. Okay, cool. So we think about the lungs as being part of the immune system in Chinese medicine, but it's not all about the lungs. And we're going to do an experiential exercise to tune into different parts of our body. And we're going to tune into the upper part. I'm going to get a little bit of position. Yeah, we're going to tune into the upper part of the body, the middle part, which is around here, and the lower part here. Okay, so those are the 3 areas. And so if you draw 3 lines like this, whoa, to see you've got 3 areas to draw your pictures, and we'll be ready then. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm just going to go back to chat now. That's it. Okay, if you've done the poll, you just need to click back to the main window, Helen, and you'll see.
If you're on a mobile, it's usually in the top left-hand corner. And then
All right, okay, yeah, you'll see another screen. You can click on the top and then it'll take you back. Okay, so let's have a look. Right, we're going to follow, if you just follow this exercise, we're going to tune into these 3 areas. I'll go through it with you, and we're going to draw a picture or write how we are. And it's a way of checking in to see where the stress or where any stress is affecting us. And then we're going to do some exercises to help us, okay? So if you'd just like to follow through with me, we're going to, first of all, just place our hands like this in the lower area of the body. So that's below the navel, above the pubic bone, this area here. And place your hands there. And then just relax and tune into that area. Close your eyes and tune into that area. And we're feeling right through the body into the lower back. Okay. And I would like you to just ask yourself, what is it like there? What kind of feeling have you got there? Does it feel strong, relaxed, jittery, a bit weak? What does it feel like? Okay. And then you can ask yourself, if you had to draw a picture of what that's like, what would it be like? Okay. And then you can open your eyes, take your piece of paper, and then just draw in the lower box, the feeling of the lower burner or the lower heater. What kind of feeling is it? You can write some words in there if you don't want to draw something. Okay. Okay. Right, so everyone okay with that? And we'll move on to the middle burner. So that's here, that's below the diaphragm and above the navel, round here, this area here, that's where the stomach and the liver is. Yeah, and we're going to place our hands there and tune into that feeling, and we're going to close our eyes again. We're scanning into the diaphragm, right the way through into the stomach and the liver, right through into the spine, that whole area there, the diaphragm. Okay, so we're going to tune into that. Okay, and ask yourself, how does that feel? What's that like? Does it feel different from the lower burner? Okay, and then if you had to turn that into an image, what would it be like? What kind of thing would it be like? Okay, and then we open your eyes, take your paper, and then okay, there we are. And now we're going, once you're ready, okay, if you're having trouble streaming this, don't worry about it, because we're recording it and we can send you a link to the recording. We'll put it on YouTube for you. So if you're having trouble with it dropping out, it's probably your internet connection. If you're living out in the sticks, we've got a lot of people using your internet, then you might find it breaking up. That's okay. Okay, cool. So now we're going to go on to the upper burner. So that's the whole area here, the chest area above the diaphragm into the lungs and the heart. Okay. And we're going to close our eyes again. We're going to tune into the lungs and the heart area around here. So what does that area feel like? Okay, and if you can imagine how you draw it, or any words that you could use. And when you're ready and you've got a good idea of that feeling, you can open your eyes. Okay, so maybe you can share on the chat, how different did each of these three areas feel to you? I can show you my one. Look, the lower burner was actually quite okay. The middle one was a little bit tense, and the upper burner was not too bad. So that's the one I need to concentrate on, releasing this around here on myself. So how about you? Which one do you think you need the most work on? Lower, middle, or upper? And maybe you could just put that in the chat and let us know. You can also let us know what kind of feeling, why you need it, why you think you need it there. Was it weak or blocked, or yeah, just let us know. Oh, it's spiky, right? Okay, yeah, cool. Okay, just let us know what it's like, and then what we'll do is we'll put yeah, okay, lower jittery, yeah, okay, we'll do some exercises to help you regulate that in a moment. Okay, very good. So before we go on, great, we're getting everyone in now. Right, okay, interesting. Okay, we're getting lots of stuff going on here. Great, we're going to do some exercises very soon and help you regulate all of those three burners. But before we do that, okay, I need to know whether you're okay or not to go on, whether it's too fast for you. If it's too fast, go, you know, like this. And how you can do that is if you look down at the chat. Wow, we've got some imbalance here. Look down at the chat, you see a little emoji sign. You click on that and you can see all the thumbs up and that. So if you want to give me a thumbs up, just make sure that I know everyone is okay. That's looking pretty good. Looks like we can go on. Okay, looks like we can go on. Yeah, good. Yeah, you can always click in the little emoji and get the thumbs up. Brilliant. Okay. Right.
You're back.
Okay, so you want to know what we're aiming for here? This is, according to Chinese medicine, the lower burner should be relaxed and strong. The middle burner should be flexible and kind of flowing, and that's where I need to do some work on. And the upper burner should be like a mist. They say it's like a mist, open and relaxed. So if you've got any heat there or it's a bit jittery, you want it to be like kind of calm and cool. And so one of the really good ways of boosting your immune system and to just your general health and everything is to regulate those three burners with different exercises. And of course, with Shiatsu and Qigong, we've got hot and yoga and stuff. We've got tons of different things we can suggest. And we're going to just dip in and try some of those in a minute. Okay. So what we thought we'd do is just spend a few moments just giving you a bit of an idea of the theory. So the lower burner is it's visualized in Chinese medicine like a very precious lamp that has precious liquid in it. And that candle there is like the beginning of all the warming things that happen in your body. So the oil in the lamp is like the beginning of all the fluids and all the cooling things in your body. And the flame is like the warming things. So that in Chinese medicine and also in all the Oriental arts like painting, even Shiatsu, martial arts, there's a lot of emphasis placed on breathing and centering yourself in the lower burner, or the dantian it's called in Chinese martial arts and Qigong and stuff. And so that's really important, and we're going to do some exercises for that. So you've got the lower burner is the foundation of your energy. The middle burner, you can imagine it's like a cooking pot being cooked, with stuff being cooked from below, and that transforms all your food into energy, which spreads around your body. So it's really important to keep that kind of warm and fluid, make sure that the food's going through it and everything. And there's exercises we can do that will help that. One of the simple things obviously to do is to look into food, and in future Wednesdays we're going to be doing cooking classes. I don't know about that. That was just a joke. Anyone can stream from their kitchen. Maybe we'll do a little cooking session. We could do a sort of immune food session. That would be good fun, wouldn't it?
Great.
And then the main lesson from Chinese medicine on digestion and food and stress is worry affects the stomach and spleen. So if you are, probably the most simple thing you can do to help your general health and reduce your stress is not have any stress, or reduce stress as much as possible at meal times. So make sure you don't have the news on. You definitely don't want the news looking at phone. Take all that away. Make a nice calm space. Try and eat with anyone in your family who you're locked down with, because you've got that communal thing going on. Keep the meals regular as well. Make sure you chew well. But the main thing is to have a worry-free environment, more important than the stresses. Oh, look how sharing has gone.
Sorry, that was me.
Having fun.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I was trying to lose myself because I need to go.
Yeah.
Back.
Okay. Right. Yeah. And then finally, the upper heater contains the heart and the lungs. Now, in future Wednesdays, we'll explain more about the function of the heart and the mind and stress and stuff. But for now, we're going to focus on the lungs, which is obviously where we get the energy from the air. And that function of the lungs is to take in energy from the air. It combines with the food energy, the energy from the lower burner, and that's what creates our kind of immune system. It also has a function of descending the fluids, and that's an important thing, to keep everything descending down so you don't get fluids coming up into your head like when you have a cold or flu.
I'm back.
Okay, so these three, they work through those three burners. They're called three burners in Chinese medicine. They work together, and the balancing of the burners provides the overall energy of the immune system. So balancing your burners is our catchphrase. And we're going to do some stuff, okay? Those three things work together. They produce what's called the defensive qi, the immune system, and that's what we use to fight off viruses and other infections. Okay, so how can we support our burners? Yeah. What about, is everyone up for doing some practical stuff now? Would you like to do some practical stuff? Do you want to go say yes? Thumbs up for practical.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, good. Yeah. I know some of you are having a bit of problems with your internet connection and everything. We keep dropping out, but that's okay, because we will have a recording for you at the end, and you can once we get it on YouTube, you can just stream it whenever you like. Okay, so let's work on the lower burner first. This to really strengthen the lower burner basically is to do with sleep and rest, but there are things you can do to charge it up. And the most important thing is lower abdominal breathing. And you can do this lying down, very good, at night time to calm you down. And also you can do it any time of day. You can do it whenever you feel stressed. From the point of view of the nervous system, it's very important, because if you can do lower abdominal breathing and you can get the breathing so that you're breathing out longer than you're breathing in, then that regulates the nervous system, and it will basically calm you down and de-stress you. It's the single most powerful thing you can do to calm your own nervous system. And we'll be talking about that more, about the vagal nerve and things like that in future Wednesdays when we get together. I'll give you even more information. So let's work on lower abdominal breathing, a fundamental de-stressing technique. And I'm going to do it in the standing up position. I'm going to explain the whole thing and we can do it together, okay? But you can do it sitting down as well. It doesn't matter, but I'm going to go back so you can see what I'm doing. In fact, what I do is I'll just take the slides off. and then you've got a bigger picture then. Okay, so yeah. So basically what we do is we focus in, we're doing in the standing or the sitting position, we focus on the lower burner, and so what we do is place one hand over the other like this and place them just below the navel, so your palm is just on below the navel. There's a very important acupuncture point, with two very important acupuncture points there that are connected to your fundamental energy. And this is also the area of the lower dantian. It's a famous area in Qigong and in the martial arts. So we place our hands there, and then what we do is we align our spine. So that means relaxing our spine, floating our head upwards, and then relaxing our feet on the ground. Okay. And then we feel our energy or our mind or our attention going down through our feet, through the soles of our feet, down into the ground. Okay. And then just balance that with the feeling of your head being lifted upwards. And then we're going to relax our shoulders, relax the sternum and the rib cage. Relax your diaphragm and your digestive system. Okay, and then become aware of the area underneath your hand. So we're scanning with our hand through the lower abdomen into the lower back. Okay. And we're now going to see if we can direct our breath down underneath our hands. Okay, and this is what it's like. So what we do is we breathe in through our nose, imagine light coming in with the breath, and imagine it going down underneath your hands, and then hold your breath. Imagine the light collecting in the lower abdomen right the way through into your back, so it's like a bowl. And then, very important, breathe out slowly and leave the energy or the light down there underneath your hand. Slow exhalation. Okay, just the air comes out, the energy from the breath stays underneath your hand. Okay, so breathing in, bring the light or the energy from the breath down through into the lower burner underneath your hands. Hold it there. Collect it like in a bowl. Slow exhalation, just the air comes out. Okay, that's 2 we've done. We're going to do 5 in total. Okay, keeping the arms relaxed, the shoulders relaxed. Breathing in. Collect the breath or the energy underneath your hands. Hold it there. Spread it into the back. Slow exhalation. Okay, that's the 3rd one. Again, breathing in through your nose. Direct the breath down into the lower burner. Collect it there. Slowly breathe out. Just the air comes out and the light collects. So by now you'll probably feel your lower burner is getting warmer and it's getting fuller. Okay, we'll just do 2 more. Breathing in. hold it, breathing out. Breathing in. And hold it. And breathing out. Okay, very good. Now just relaxing. Before you finish the exercise, scan into your lower burner again and remember the drawing that you did at the beginning of this session. And just see if there's been any change now, even after 5 breaths. Does it feel more solid? Does it feel more calm from just doing 5 long, deep abdominal breaths? Just tuning in and checking out. Okay, and then to finish up, we're going to separate the hands, bring them into the prayer position and just rub them together. And then just shake out your arms. Okay. Wow, that's great. Okay, so would you just like to post any questions or any comments in the chat about that exercise, how you found it, whether you found any change there in the lower burner after 5 breaths? That would be great to hear from you.
Mine definitely feels
just
bigger.
Type that in and I'll put the slides back up.
When
yeah, good. Okay, it feels calmer. That's good. How did you find it, Dinah and Shakura?
Yeah, when I did my first drawing, I'll show you. It was it was deep and dense, but it felt a bit tight at the front.
Yeah.
And after the exercise, it felt way stronger and more balanced, and that tightness had softened. So I feel a powerful beast now.
Yes. Great.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
How about
no,
you,
mine
Shakura?
before was like swirling around at, way too fast. And now,
Yeah.
just everything feels slower, feels softer, feels more expansive. So yeah, I feel much more grounded after 5 breaths. So that's great.
Great. Yeah, and by the look of everyone in the chats, everyone's had a really good, really good
Chris's
experience.
back stopped aching. Woohoo!
Yeah, that's really interesting because actually lower back ache is classically kidney energy or a lower burner issue, and actually that's a really great result. If you've got your lower back, that shows that you've got the energy right the way through into the lower back. So that's really, really good. It's a good indication that you're doing it right.
And Teresa couldn't feel that area before, and now she can.
That's very positive and very, very useful.
Fantastic.
I would say, Dinah, wouldn't you say that if you've only got one exercise to do to reduce stress, this has to be my first choice?
Definitely. It's always a top choice.
Yeah.
And it's so simple.
Yeah, it's so simple.
But so powerful. And it's great to know what you're strengthening is, in Chinese terms, the kidneys, which are the foundation of yin and yang and the whole body. They underpin all the metabolic activity, and they are the connection to our divine spark in the heart. So really powerful way of benefiting the whole system. Yeah, brilliant.
And there are many benefits of this, which we'll go on to and we'll explain later in later broadcasts about the vagal nerve and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, it's really good. And that's, if you've got one exercise to regulate the lower burner, that's it. Okay, so is everyone happy about going on to the middle burner? Let's see the thumbs up. If there are any questions, just if there are any questions, just give us how often can you do this exercise, Helen says. You can do it as many times as you like. I would recommend you do it at least once a day. If you're going to do it once a day, do it for about 3 to 5 minutes. And the best time to do it is at night, because what it does is it helps support the yin, which means you're going to get a better night's sleep. You'll wake up more refreshed. If you've got too many headaches and too much, stuff going on, then you can also do it because it takes the energy away from the head. I
think it's great in the morning as well. If you wake up feeling anxious, which is quite common for people to wake up and think, oh God, what have I got to do?
Yeah.
Just take a little time. And as I felt after doing that exercise just then, you feel stronger. You feel stronger and calmer
Good.
and ready to face your day. So if you've got any tendency to feel jittery on waking,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so morning and night, morning or evening. Yeah, it's absolutely
I'd
great.
recommend. Yeah.
And it's worth bearing in mind that actually that exercise is fundamental to all of the Asian arts. It's so fundamental. Even art, you know, calligraphy, martial arts.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, Nigel.
I'm sorry if you can hear some banging. Believe it or not, you're not going to believe this, people. I came in today to do this broadcast. The whole of Norwich was totally deserted. I didn't see one person all the way in. I got in and the lower gate lane is full of vans. I've got 3 roofers on the back bashing away. They told me that they were going to stop between 10 and 11. So if you hear any tapping, I've got 3 roofers, not social distancing, all working together in the back of here doing the roof. So there we are. You can't stop some people. So anyway, I hope you can't hear that any banging. Right, so now we've got the middle burner. So let's go. All right, middle burner. That's what I need. So here we go. I'm going to show you an exercise for the liver, because the liver exercise, very easy to do, and it's really good for moving chi in the middle burner. Helps regulate the digestion. Really, really good like that. So I'll show you how to do this.
I might have to stand up and join in here.
Yeah. So if you stand up, you do need to stand up for this exercise. You can feel all around the waist and around the upper burner. Okay. And this is a turning exercise. I'll describe it very slowly. So you stand with your head suspended from above by an imaginary thread, focusing on your sacrum. You allow your sacrum to sink down, and you imagine your whole spine is being suspended by like an invisible thread. Okay. You feel a bit like a puppet, just kind of hanging there. Let's just bounce up and down a bit, like a puppet being bounced up and down, just to free up the joints. You're doing a little bit of gentle shaking here. Okay. And now we're going to do this exercise. It looks very simple, but it's very specific how you do it. You lead with your eyes, so you keep your eyes open, and you look around the horizon. So let's just practice that first of all. We're looking to the left, we're looking to the right. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just switch off the slide so you can get a more of a bigger view of me. Okay, so we're looking to the left, looking to the right, looking to the left, looking to the right. And then what you do is you allow your eyes to just relax, and your body will start to move and follow your vision. Okay, so now keeping the spine upright, keeping the knees over your toes, and allowing the waist to twist. So you'll feel a gentle twist around the diaphragm, around this middle part of your body. Okay, and as we do it, we can check the following things. Check that your feet are relaxed and open, and you can feel your weight going down into the earth. Your ankles and knees are stable, and your hips are stable. And your waist is rotating gently to the left and to the right. Check that your spine is still suspended and you're not curling up like this. Check that you're floating, that your head is floating. Okay, and now it's time to really open up the arms. So we're going to relax the shoulders, relax the elbows, relax the wrists, right down to the fingertips. Keep those arms really, really loose. Let them move naturally as you turn your body. Okay? Let's go through those checks again. Just keep it going nice and easy, minimum effort, nice and gentle. So we're connecting with the earth through our feet, making our legs stable and connected to the earth. Relaxing the waist, letting the diaphragm, the upper part of the abdomen, relax and twist. Feel your ribs moving. Feel the weight of your sacrum going down into the earth and your head floating up. Okay, so we're rotating on the actual spine. The spine is rotating. Very good exercise for releasing the spine. Okay, and then the head, relaxing your jaw, keeping those eyes scanning the horizon. Relaxing the jaw and the neck. And then opening the shoulders again and relaxing down through the elbows into the hands and the fingers. Okay, so you need it a little bit more. I'm just going to keep it going nice and easy. Nice and easy. Okay, now if you concentrate on your feet, keep it going and just concentrate on your middle burner. That's the area between your navel and your diaphragm. And really relax that area as you twist. So you're using that twist as a way of releasing any tension that you might have in your stomach organ or your liver. Very important for regulating the digestion. So with each swing, we're releasing and relaxing the middle burner. This is very simple, but it's one of the most effective exercises for regulating the middle burner. Okay, so then we're just going to slowly come to the front. Okay, shake out. Okay, and now we place that one hand over the other. We place it over the middle burner. And we tune in. And we compare it to the drawing we made at the beginning of the session. Did you notice any difference? Is it more free, warmer, more active, calmer? Okay, and then if you've got a moment, then you can just relax and be very interested to hear in the chat whether you felt any change in your middle burner there. For me, it was just what I needed, because that was where I was starting to get a very sort of tight feeling, much smoother. So, brilliant. Yes, good. We're getting some good results from that one.
Good exercise for
Good
golf.
exercise for golf. Excellent. Yes. More movement.
Yes, of course you can do it with your eyes closed, Teresa.
You can do it with your eyes closed if you want. Yeah. Yeah. Fantastic. Very smooth. Yes. Very good. Excellent. Okay, that's really good. Really, really good. Area, that's good. We need space there.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about...
I want to just say two things.
Yeah.
That, if ever you feel a bit dizzy, just stop.
Yeah.
Just take a break, doesn't matter. It's quite normal. And the other thing is your arms should be like ropes. They're just really floppy. They're not doing anything. They're totally relaxed. Think of them as floppy like ropes.
Yeah. And Jacqueline asks, are the hips meant to stay facing the front? Well, there are different versions of it, actually. If you want more twisting on the waist, if you want the waist to get more twisting, it's best to keep the hips on the front, and then you get more twisting. But there are various different versions. There's all kinds of different ways of doing it.
Yeah.
And you can keep your eyes closed, as Diana was saying. If you want the maximum movement here, you want to keep the hips steady, because then you get this more twisting motion, you know?
Yeah, that's fine, Agnes. Agnes, just close your eyes if you feel queasy.
Yeah. The only reason we have the eyes open is because the eyes are connected to the liver, and it helps you with a twist at the beginning. But once you've got that movement, then you can close them, and then you can tune in internally. Once you
take a break if you feel dizzy.
Got the movement. Yeah, once you've got the movement, you can close your eyes and tune in internally. Okay, ready for the lungs?
Oops.
Ooh, oh no, we're going to go back. We're going to go back. Yeah, that's this slide. Yeah. Everyone ready to go on to the lungs, the final one?
Yes.
Ready? Cool. Okay, right. We've got another Qigong exercise for the lungs, which is then followed up by a Makaho exercise. And it's really cool because in Shiatsu we've got like stretches for all of the meridians, and we'll no doubt go through all of them in the next few weeks on our Monday sessions. But we're going to start off with the lungs, and I'll just get rid of the slides for a second. Okay, and we'll do the lungs. Okay, so it's in the same family as the twisting exercise. So I'll just describe how to do it. You stand in the Qigong position as before. Feet connect to the ground, opening up the soles of the feet, connecting into the ground, releasing the knees, releasing the hips, feeling the weight of your sacrum downwards, feel your head floating up. Okay, and then you imagine a thread connecting you to the heavens. We're opening up the shoulders. Okay, so here we are. This is another exercise in the same family as the twisting ones. It's very simple, and I'll show you it from the side so you can see what I'm doing. I'm lifting up my arms with my thumbs outwards, and then I'm just simply dropping my arms back. Okay, so lifting them up, opening the thumbs, dropping them back, lifting, dropping. The only thing I'm doing is lifting my arms up and I'm allowing them to go backwards, okay? Like this. Okay. When you get to this maximum stretch position here, you'll feel a line down towards the thumb, and that means you're opening up the lung channel. Okay. So let's just do this for a few minutes, and I'll talk you through the exercise and internally how it feels. You can close your eyes if you like, it's fine. Tuning in internally. Let's go from the feet upwards. So swinging, thumbs outwards, just enough to feel that shoulder opening at the front. Okay, right, so now we're going to get check from the feet. So we're opening up the feet, opening up kidney 1, which is a point right in the sole of the foot there, which connects you with the earth. It's the bubbling spring point that's used in Qigong to root us into the earth. And we're going to relax the ankles and the knees and the hips, softening the hips. And we're going to just allow the head to float up. Okay, so that's the basic structure, is the rooting into the earth and the spine suspended and weighted in the sacrum. Once you've got that, you can feel your lungs now connecting into your arms and your throat. As we drop the arms back, we open up the lung channel, and that just allows the lung qi, the lung qi to work that just that little bit better. Keep those thumbs slightly out. And just pay attention to what happens when you get to the maximum stretch. You might feel a little opening just below your collarbone, on the outside of your collarbone, on the front of the front of the shoulder joint there. Now, if you can feel that area just opening slightly as your arms go back, that's really important, because that's lung 1. It's the first point on the lung channel, and it's used to strengthen the lungs and to just basically tonify the energy of the whole body. So just gently opening that front of the shoulders up as the arms go back. Nice easy breaths. We keep it going. And then every now and then we just go through the checks, make sure the feet are connected to the earth, the legs are supportive and relaxed, the sacrum is hanging down, the head is floating up. And then opening up. Lung 1, opening up the front of the shoulders. And then once we've got that really established, we can do another thing, which is to relax the throat and feel the connection between the throat and the arms. There's actually a facial plane that connects the lung channel right into the throat, and you can sometimes sense that as the arms and shoulders get more relaxed. Relaxing the throat, allowing the breath to come in. Okay, so by now you should find that your arms are probably getting a little bit tingly, they're feeling quite alive. The front of your shoulders should feel quite open now and relaxed, and hopefully your throat's feeling quite relaxed. So let's just let our arms slowly come to our sides, and then place our hands on the upper heater again. And we're going to tune in again now to the upper heater, the lungs, the heart area. And I'd like you to contrast that feeling with how it felt when we started the session at the beginning. Okay, and then you can just let us know if you've got any changes from the beginning in the upper heater. That was it made it feel a lot warmer for me and a lot more active. And I definitely could feel this area opening. I don't know how you got on, Dinah.
Well, when I did my first drawing, I had a nice cloudy feeling around the upper faces. Yes, sorry. But so it was like white clouds.
Yeah.
But this heart bit actually felt a bit tight. It was quite strong, but it was a bit kind of and after doing that, now it feels more integrated with the cloud feeling, and it feels more relaxed and open and easy.
Yeah, great.
Yes, Helen, it was really tight before, and now it feels open and clear. Lovely.
Yeah, good. We've got some very good results there. Yeah. Great that you got the throat in that. That's really good.
Lovely.
Right, good. Yeah, fantastic. Very, very good. Yeah. Okay, we've only got 10 minutes left. The time is flying, isn't it? We've had so much fun already. Okay, so you can see how just with those 3 exercises, you can regulate your...
Thanks, Fran.
You can regulate... you can regulate your 3 heaters. Okay, and we're going to do loads more exercises, obviously, as the weeks go by. And we're using this... as a protocol for one of the online sessions that we're doing. So I'd just like to spend 5 minutes or so just talking about online treatments, because I know probably what you're thinking is you're probably thinking the same as all the shiatsu therapists all over the world when the whole clampdown started. Oh my God, we're not going to do any shiatsu. We've got to pack up, not do anything for months or whatever. And oh my God, it's all terrible and everything. But of course, when we just took a deep breath and relaxed, we realized that we've got tons and tons of skills that we can share with you online when it's not possible to do body work. And we've actually come up now with 2 types of online treatments, depending on what you would like and what kind of needs you've got. So there's the exercise we've just done. Okay, so the first type of treatment that we've been doing, and I would like to emphasize that we've been doing these successfully now for just for a week, but they've been going really, really well. And one of them is called self-shiatsu supervision. So what we do is we have a video link, and of course we can do that through the phone or the computer. We can use WhatsApp. We've used WhatsApp. We've used FaceTime. We've used Skype. We can use Google. We can use whatever video chat thing you like. We keep it to a 1 hour session. It's highly structured. We structure it like a treatment. So we go through a questioning system. We can look at you, do visual diagnosis, find out where your stresses are. And then what we do then is we design a bespoke exercise session for you. And that can be Qigong, it can be self-shiatsu, it can be acupressure, it can be any number of resources that we've got. What we do is on a one-to-one session is we will teach you that very specifically with one-to-one help. We'll demonstrate it, we'll do it with you a bit like we've just done now. But when we're doing it one-to-one, we can see if there's any corrections you need. We can make it totally bespoke for you. So that's really good. It really works really well. Okay, and that's a one-to-one session. So this is again, as I say, we go through visual diagnosis. We look at how the tone of your voice, all these skills we've got. And then we do all these different types of guided stretches, yoga, macaho, which is a self-shiatsu thing. We've got loads of things. And then at the end of the session, we'll do an assessment again, exactly like we just did, to check in to see the effects of the exercises. And then finally, very important, what we do then is we send you an email, quite a detailed email summarizing the session, what our aims were, what we did, and then we will send you either audio files or links of videos that can help you do the exercises, because we've got lots of those on the internet, of course, now. Okay, and then we will give you recommendations until your next session, tell you what exercises you should do, and then you can take that away, and of course you can contact us if you need any one-to-one support between the sessions. So that's self-shiatsu supervision. The emphasis is on you doing the exercises and we supervising you to increase, to maintain your own health. Okay, using again all the resources that we've got. So this is the email that we send you. We send you a summary of the session, recommendations on self-shiatsu, acupoints, qigong, yoga, etc. Okay, so they've been working really well. Yeah, all kinds of different things we've been giving people to do. And okay, so now we've got the second type of treatment, which we're calling Shiatsu distance healing. And some of our team, we don't normally share this with everyone, but it's actually very true that some of our team have had in-depth training in distance healing techniques. In fact, Shakura has just spent 2 years traveling the world to Hawaii, China. She's been doing a special type of Qigong healing that she's been training in. And so obviously she's able to share that. Personally, I've been doing distance healing with Shiatsu for over 20 years. I've taught workshops in Italy and in America on how to do it. It's something I don't normally advertise. I like to keep it quiet. I only do it with seriously ill people who may be in hospital, who I can't get to because they're in intensive care. Or for any other reason that they can't get into the Shiatsu center. It's something I usually keep very quiet. But obviously now it's not the time to keep these things quiet. It's something we can offer as an option. And the way it works is this: it's part of a wider distance healing tradition, which is very common. If you've ever heard of Reiki, maybe you've even trained in Reiki, they do a lot of distance work in Reiki. There's a tradition in a lot of healing systems to do distance work. You may be surprised because when you receive one, it's much closer to a face-to-face shiatsu than you might think. The way we do it is you lie down at home, you receive the treatment exactly as you would do if you were in the center. Some of my clients like to imagine they're in the center to increase that feeling of being here. Look, you can see the chair right behind me. So it's really quite close to a session. The way we work it practically is we usually make a phone call or text or a video chat just to start the session off, okay? And then what we do is we use a structure very similar to a Shiatsu. Let me see if I've got one here. Yeah, I've done so many recently. I've got this one. I'll obviously cover up the names. I'll cover the name up so you can't see who it is for confidentiality reasons. Yeah, so what I do is I keep a log of everything that happens like this. I do a scan and a HARA diagnosis and everything, just like I would do if I was doing a shiatsu. And then what I do is I log everything that happens every 5 minutes through the session. I usually work for 2 to 3 minutes, and then I take a little break, I write up what's happening, then I go back in, tune in again, and I record the whole thing. And this is kind of a cool thing, because at the end of the session, I photograph this and send it off. And so far, I've had some quite interesting matches of things that I've felt and the client has felt when they've been receiving it. So it can be a very powerful experience. So what we do is we record the session on the paper, the drawing, with the times that happen, take a photo of it, send an email or a text from my phone when I take a picture. And then what we do is what we were doing is we were finishing the session after an hour and then doing another call. But what the feedback we had is a lot of clients actually prefer to relax and let the session, a bit like when you relax for 15 minutes at the end of a session here, and just let it settle in and maybe go for sleep for a while. So that's what we'd like to do. So now what we do is then follow up call or email after you've rested. You can have a look at the notes, see how you've experienced. Some of the effects we've had have been quite strong, and they've taken a little while to settle in. So yeah, that's what we're offering. So we're offering shiatsu healing session, distance healing sessions, or self-shiatsu supervision, which is more of an active coaching session for you. Okay, so then you'll probably think
important to remember about the self-shiatsu supervision sessions that
yeah.
It includes checking in with you, talking to you, what's going on.
Yes, absolutely.
Specifically, so it's like, and then we can from there lead into what we can do together.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I think a lot of it is just, you can tell a lot obviously by tone of voice, and how you are, and just asking you how you're doing, how you're stressed. Some of our clients, as you saw from the poll at the beginning, most of you are doing great. You're doing really well. And but there are some more vulnerable clients that are having a hard time. And especially those of you who really, really rely on the shiatsus for your physical and mental health. It's obviously a challenging time for you, and this can really provide a great level of support for you. Okay, and now then of course it comes to money. I know great, there we are. Look, self-shiatsu was very helpful. Great, yes. So here are. Thank you, Lynn, for sharing that. That's great. Yeah, money. Okay, so we know that some of our clients are very, very stressed with money, obviously, as we are. You can imagine, we've got no income, we've got to pay the rent, and we've got to pay for all these live streams and everything. But what we've decided to do is we've decided that we're going to kind of have a different attitude to money during the crisis. And what we've decided to do is we're all working cooperatively. We're working for donations only, because we don't want anyone out there who is financially stressed not to have support and treatment that they need. Okay, so we are actually prioritizing the highly stressed and at-need clients at the moment for these sessions. You may or may not know, but our team here, we also work as New Energy Work, and we are actually world leaders in streaming e-learning for shiatsu. You may not have known that. So obviously we've been absolutely inundated with work. Absolutely inundated, because we're basically helping the whole world shiatsu take their shiatsu schools online. So what we found is very soon we were all reaching burnout. Within 2 or 3 days, we're all reaching burnout. So now what we're doing is we're supporting each other. We're cutting our hours. We're limiting them. We're trying to reduce any stress about money in the group by pooling all the donations. So the donations are not going to individual practitioners anymore. They're going into the Shiatsu Center. And we will pool them, we'll pay our expenses, and we'll distribute the money depending on need of the group. And we're going to look after, everyone's going to be looked after as best we can. Okay. And we're also actively lobbying for a universal basic income, so that we can all relax and get on with our job and not worry about eating and stuff. Or if we don't get that, we wouldn't mind some help, Boris, hello, for the self-employed, because we're all self-employed, and at the moment we're getting no support. It's a shame we weren't all employed and we get 80% of our income paid, but there we are, never mind. Okay, so if you can afford to support us through this, then you'll find the donation button on the shiatsucenter.co shiatsu.co.uk website. It's right there. Just scroll down. It's like a PayPal button. And if you would consider a regular donation, that would be great. If you'd like to book a self-shiatsu supervision or a distance shiatsu healing session, I know some of you are already booked in for that. We are prioritizing clients in need, but after that, anyone, of course, everyone is welcome. We're all doing these distance sessions, and we'd love to have some one-to-one contact with you.
So Kat suggests that Boris needs a distance treatment.
He does.
And India wants to know how best we can support lobbying for a universal basic income.
There is a change.org partition, I think, out there.
There is, yeah.
There is, yeah. Maybe we'll find it and put it on the link, put it on the website.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yep, we'll see you next week. Okay, our hour is up. It's been wonderful.
Everybody.
So great.
Relax,
so great
have a nice week.
You can just say thank you by going like this or clapping.
Lovely to see you.
Lovely. It's lovely for everyone to get together in the chat. And thanks so much for contributing to the chat. Keep safe, keep well, check your burners, look after your 3 burners, and we'll see you. Yeah, right. We'll see you at the same time next week. You're already registered. You don't have to do anything. Just mark it in your diary. You'll be sent a link, and we'll keep you as well as we can all the way through this until we get out the other side. Okay, thanks so much, Diana and Shakura, for your help. And I'm going to end the session.
Lots of love.